Today, we're taking a look at my top 2 favorite iPhone 15 Pro cases. If this video ends up helping you decide on a case, or just what to look for in a smartphone case, definitely drop a like on the video to let YouTube know so it can help other people researching iPhone 15 Pro cases. I'll have links to everything plus some accessories in the description below, so definitely check it out. Let's get into it. Today we're taking a look at the Aries Mag case for the iPhone 15 Pro. iBlazin had sent this case over for review, and I thought it was a pretty solid choice, so I was glad to take a look at it. The Aries Mag case is a dual-layer interlocking case, which I am a huge fan of. I generally think you're better off with a case that completely encloses your smartphone. This will offer more protection. This case does feature an included built-in screen protector, which I also like. It's a pretty decent thickness, so it looks like it should hold up well and protect the screen from all of the normal sorts of stuff that might scratch it. This case does have the classic bezel across the perimeter of the iPhone, which is good for drops on flat surfaces, even something like tile or maybe even concrete depending on the height. This feature of the case lifts the phone body up 1 or 2 millimeters off of a flat surface. This is important because that will help protect the screen when you drop it on the floor, for example. The case frame and the outer TPU layer will make contact with the ground first, absorbing and redistributing most of the impact forces, ideally saving your screen. This case also has reinforced corners, which definitely will help out. There's extra material on each corner, and this will help absorb impact forces also. Corner drops definitely can result in heartbreak, so in my opinion, if you're buying a case because you want some solid case protection for your iPhone, definitely look for reinforced corners. The sides of the case feature a TPU bumper, as iBlazin calls it, a layer of TPU that will help absorb impacts. In looking at the back side of this case, we can see that it is transparent, so if you actually like the color of your iPhone, well, you still get to see it. And I really like that the magnet that they placed in this case really centers right around the Apple logo. I think it looks perfect in my opinion. The back side of this case also kind of has a bezel like the front side of the case all along the perimeter of the phone. This should help protect the back side of the phone when it's dropped as well. The back side of the case also has little sections where there's a little bit extra material. I did think that this was kind of helpful in terms of gripping the phone with my hand. Like I said, the built-in magnet design is pretty nice. You can definitely utilize this case with a bunch of MagSafe accessories, things like chargers, holders, stands, pop sockets, all sorts of stuff. As for the camera protection, we have the tried and true camera cutout method that's built up a little bit. This bezel or lip on the camera cutout helps protect the camera lenses by putting 1 to 2 millimeters worth of distance between your camera lenses and a flat surface. If your phone happens to land on the backside, this should help protect camera lenses and keep them from cracking. Whenever you buy a case, you should always pay attention to the camera protection strategy. The cameras are pretty important after all. This case is basically made from TPU and polycarbonate materials, which is very common for cases like this. Thought the button feel was good, cutouts for the mic and the speaker were good too. This case does support wireless charging, and it has a flap cover over the port. I really like these flap covers because they help preserve the quality of the port and keep all the debris and dirt, all that junk out of there. So if you like this design and the aesthetic of this case, I would definitely recommend it for your iPhone 15 Pro. I think the case is well built, and it offers a pretty competitive value for the iPhone 15. Let me know what features are most important to you in the comments section though. Today we're taking a look at the Subcase UB Pro Mag case for the iPhone 15 Pro. Subcase sent this over for review with the launch of the new iPhone 15s. So let's check it out. I suspect the iPhone 15 Pro model is going to be a pretty good seller. There's going to be a lot of people out there who are looking for solid case protection. The UB Pro Mag case that I have for review today is a dual-layer interlocking case, which does include a front frame option with a built-in screen protector. I'm a fan of this style of case because you're getting a screen protector that's built in and it's a guaranteed fit. No fuss to have it applied. The interlocking connection is tight and the case encloses the iPhone 15 Pro, which helps to provide an overall awesome protection factor for not just the front, but the back, sides, top, and bottom, as well as the corners. The screen protector is a decent thickness here. It shouldn't have any issues standing up to the normal stuff that would come in contact with the phone screen. It also didn't impact the touch sensitivity at all, so that's pretty good to see. The bezels that this case creates extend all around the perimeter of the iPhone. It's about 2 to 3 millimeters tall from what it looks like. This is actually a super important case protection feature because when you drop your phone, odds are it's going to fall peanut butter side down, meaning the screen almost always ends up making impact. The extra case material in the bezel will actually lift the iPhone body up off of a flat surface, for example, by that 2 or 3 millimeters. The bezels built into the case will help absorb and redistribute those impact forces, as well as ensuring that the phone screen will never make contact in a drop scenario on a flat surface, like your kitchen floor, your basement, or somewhere at your office. As far as the sides, the top, and the bottom protection goes, it seems like we're pretty well covered here. They're all a decent thickness, and while they are rigid, they do have a little bit of flex in them for a cushioning effect. The case is made out of a TPU material, so that should help with overall cushioning as well. In looking at the corners, they do have a decent amount of case material on them. The design is a little bit different, so it should help with any corner impacts. As for the backside of the case, it looks like the camera protection strategy is the tried and true built-up camera cutout region. The built-up camera cutout region strategy helps protect the cameras and the lenses by building up the case material and forming something like a bezel around the cameras and the camera lenses. This material will create a distance between the camera lenses and a flat surface. In this case, it looks like it's 1 to 2 millimeters tall. This distance will prevent the camera lenses from making contact with a flat surface when the phone falls. So this should help protect the cameras and their lenses throughout the life of the phone. The main case body, or the backside of the case, is a pretty decent thickness as well, so I think we have a pretty good durability rating here. As for extra functionality, we have a built-in magnetic kickstand. I really like kickstands on my smartphone cases. I'm always propping my phones up on my desk or the counter if I'm in the kitchen, watching videos, so I'm free to move around and work on projects. With a kickstand like that, who needs a tablet? Am I right? As the name suggests, this kickstand also makes the case MagSafe compatible. The magnets are a decent strength. They work with rings, pop sockets, and car mounts just fine. The cutouts for the microphone, the speakers, and the data port are all pretty reasonable here. The data port also features a flap cover, which I'm a huge fan of. This feature will absolutely help keep your port cleaner and working longer, potentially outlasting however long you want to keep the phone for. So I'm always glad to see this. No issues with wireless charging, which is nice to see. In working with this case, I felt the case feel, or how it felt in my hands, was relatively good. Not too slippery, not too rough, pretty decent with dry and wet grip. If you're looking for a case that puts protection at the forefront for your iPhone 15 Pro, but also actually offers some useful features, as well as a good value, I would definitely recommend the Subcase UB Pro Mag case for your iPhone. I think it's a top contender in terms of value, and it's a very competitive option on the market in terms of iPhone 15 Pro cases. So, happy shopping. If this one helped you make a purchasing decision for a case, do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. If you want more, get subscribed and ring that bell for future video notifications. Share this video with anybody that you know that's looking at a new iPhone, because they're probably going to need a case. I'll have links to the case and accessories that I think you should check out in the description below, so definitely head down there and take a look. Alright, if you made it through that, hopefully you learned something, and as an added bonus, I'm including a really short review of the UCOM X Nano 3-in-1 wireless charger for Apple iPhones and Apple accessories. As you can see here, I tested my iPhone 15 Pro Max with this charger, as well as the Apple Watch 8. The version that I have here is in white, but it comes in a ton of colors: gray, blue, red, green, orange, pink, purple, and I think there's even a yellow option. This charger does provide overcurrent protection, provides overcharging protection. It does actually have temperature protection as well, so it doesn't overheat, and it's able to detect non-Qi charging compatible devices, so it won't cause any issues there. The charger does come with its own cable and adapter, which is nice. I think the really huge draw to this product is that it's basically foldable. You can fold this up and travel with it very easily because it won't take up a ton of space, but the utility that it provides once you get to where you're going, a hotel, maybe a vacation, something like that, it's super nice to have all this stuff. You're probably not going to have a ton of wireless charging accessories, let alone 3 wireless charging options when you go to a hotel, for example. The centerpiece also flips up so that you can charge an Apple Watch in an orientation that allows you to actually see the screen. I like that. In terms of the maximum charging capacity, you can deliver up to 10 watts to the iPhone, up to 5 watts to your AirPods, and up to 5 watts to your watch. This is actually pretty good for a charger of this style and design with this functionality at the price that it's sold at. I think it's a good value. So yeah, thanks for sticking around. Hopefully you learned something, and get subscribed for more smartphone and mobile tech videos. I'll have links to everything in the description below, so definitely check that out. Oh, and if you end up buying one of these, definitely drop a comment down below. I'm very curious to know what you end up going with. Until next time, stay charged up.